Hello and welcome to the first part of this CFD tutorial series, Marine 3D Dam Break. So in this first part, I will show you how we can quickly generate our geometry in the SpaceClaim. In this tutorial series, I'm not going to use the Workbench, so I will work separately in each software and then import the generated geometry to the Fluent meshing and then import the mesh to the ANSYS Fluent. So let's get started. If you watch the previous video overview of this tutorial, I show you we are going to follow one paper, and also I show you this 3D dam break PDF file, how you can download it. So our geometry is roughly like this one, but as I told you before, I modify some of these dimensions to reduce the computational cost. For example, the width of this channel, this is top view of this geometry. So the width of this channel here is 1000 millimeter, but I change it to 500 millimeter, and the height also I reduce from 1000 to 500 millimeter. The length of this channel also is roughly 3.22 meter, so I reduce this size and change it to 1000 millimeter. Here, as you can see from top view, we have a box here, and this is front view, and this is the fluid region. It's a column of water. So this water flows from here, will be released, and then we will see what will happen. So let's go to the SpaceClaim. Here I have one prepared file. I will show you the dimensions of this geometry, and then we'll start to create this geometry. So as I explained before, so this length of this channel is 1000 millimeter, as you can see here, and the height is 500 millimeter. The dimension of this box, the height is 100 millimeter. The width here also 100 millimeter. I can show you in the another annotation plate here. So this is 100 millimeter, and the distance from this wall to the center of this box is 250 millimeter. So here is 200 millimeter. So the center of this box is 250 millimeter in the X direction. So in general, I will create two boxes, these big boxes, and then actually represent the channel, our channel, and this is the actually box here. So we will create two boxes and then use some modification to generate. So you will see here, this is XZ plane, and the direction here is Y direction. So I will just use Ctrl+N on the keyboard to create one new SpaceClaim area, and then I can also save this file to the working directory. I will call it as dam geometry, save the file. So I'm going to use this XZ plane. So I can select the new sketch plane by clicking here, select the XZ plane, and then use the normal view by clicking on the plan view. Then here I'm going to just rotate 90 degree, then work on this plane. So here in the sketch mode, I will select the rectangular, and then with the default setting, I will select the origin point here. And then I can simply write the dimension. Here is the width of this channel, 500 millimeter. Then press Tab key on the keyboard and type 1000 millimeter actually. So now we have this plane. Then I can go directly to the design and use the 3D mode. and then the pull tool will be activated. Click on this plane, drag it on top, and then I can write as 500 millimeter for height of this geometry. Then I will select simply the select tool. I will use this trimetric view, and to see inside this geometry, I will go simply first click the solid, go to the display, use the blue color again to the color, and then select one of this opacity. I will select this one, so inside this region will be simply you can see simply here. Then after that, I need to create the box. Here, this box dimension is 100, height 100 millimeter, and this width is 200 millimeter, and the center of this box actually is 200 plus 50 millimeter. And then this in the Z direction, the center is 250 millimeter, the half of this 500. So I will go to the DAM geometry, this file this time, and then I can deactivate first this one, go to the sketch mode again. Then again I can select this XY plane, use the normal view. I can rotate it again 900 degree, zoom in a little bit. So now I'm going to draw the bottom surface of that box. So I will select the rectangular here. In this case, I'm going to create this rectangular from its center. So I need to define the rectangular from center. I will select this option. Then go to the dimensions and use the Cartesian dimensions. So this mouse cursor will be changed after clicking Cartesian dimensions. I will click, and then you will see this cursor will be changed. So it means that I need to select one origin point, one datum actually. Then I can type the center of this, define actually the center of this rectangular, which is 250 millimeter by 250 millimeter. So type 250 millimeter, use tab key, again 250, and then press enter. So this center will be defined here. Then I need to write the dimensions of this rectangular. So actually the height, the width of this box in the Z direction is 200 millimeter totally. So the half of the dimension of it is 100, as you can see here. Type and then press tab key. Then in this case, the X direction, the X dimension of this box is totally 100 millimeters. So we need half of this dimension, which is 50 millimeter, and type it and then press enter. So now I have this box, use the escape key. So now I can generate this box by going to the design, use the 3D mode, rotate a little bit this view, and then pull. And the height of this actually box is 100 millimeter. I will type and then press enter. So now I have two separate solid. I can actually activate this one as well, so you will see both. I will use this view again. So now I need to use the combine here, and then so I will do it. I will select the combine. So I will combine this channel with this box. When you select this one, so the cursor change to the cutter. So this is our cutter. You can remove this tick to remove the cutter geometry, but I will keep it and then delete directly from here. So I will select this one. So as you see, there are now three geometry. I will select, use the select tool here. So this is the geometry after combining. So there is a empty area here, and so now we have two boxes here. So we can remove these two by pressing delete on the keyboard, or right click and delete from here. Then activate this one. Okay, so now we have this channel with the hole inside and the walls around. First of all, I will rename this solid to like fluid or domain. I can write as domain, for example. Then we need to define the boundary condition and the zone we are going to use here. So to do so, in the ANSYS SpaceClaim, we need to go to the group tab here. So there are some options for create name selection. I can rotate a little bit this geometry and select all the walls inside this small box. Let me rotate, bring it here, then select all of these surfaces by holding the Control key on the keyboard and select one by one. Then you can use Control G on the keyboard or use the create name selection. I will select this one and call this boundary as the wall. Sorry, I need to rename it. It is box in this case. And after that, I will select all other surfaces, select together, hold the Control key, select one by one. And this one, so use the create name selection again, and this time I will call it as the wall. So now in this case we have two boundary conditions, box and wall here. And finally I will go back to structure, select the domain, go to the group tab again, and then use create name selection. I will call this one as a fluid, for example, and then press enter. So this fluid is actually whole of our domain in the SpaceClaim. This is our geometry. I will again save the file in the SpaceClaim. So we generate our mesh, our geometry here, and then define the boundary conditions, required boundary conditions, and also our fluid domain. So that's it for this first part of this video. In the next video, I will show you how we can generate a polyhex core with some inflation layers and the add local sizing for this geometry. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching.